Please note for the record, Alderman Massey is absent. Hopefully watching from home. Item 1 on the agenda, and we have a full crew in the audience. The City Treasurer, Kellyanne Kelly, Jacob Tawil, Commissioner of Public Works, Maria Bruni, Economic Development Director, Chief Iwanchu, Kevin Witt, incoming Alderman, Jerry Kleiner, Alderman, and Rick McCormick, City Clerk. So let's go to item 1. It's a amendment to Resolution 9621, which authorized regarding the community campus redevelopment, water system infrastructure, additional construction, and observation services. It's from water general expense to water system improvements. What is general expense? Is there such a line? Yeah. There is, yeah? Okay. Resolution by myself.
Second.
Seconded by Rodriguez. Jacob, you want to just give us a, not a whole binder full of explanation,
No.
just an explanation.
I'll be very fast. Good evening. So this resolution, this services by BNL was already approved by council resolution back in May. Funding was not done until such time as the services are needed. That included the additional design and to oversee the construction of the 12-inch water main, which we added, and that went through the Davish Park expansion. So now you're basically funding the resolution that's for the work that has already been approved. So we can pay for it, the $85,000. And the mayor signed the proposal back then in May, and the council approved it.
Okay, any questions? All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Item 2, Twill requesting approval for the attached proposal from Clark Patterson Lee for a building condition survey for 11 King Street, basic services in the amount of $13,000 with several options totaling $12,700 for a potential project cost of $25,700. Not all the options presented may be selected and funded. Funding for this to come from the 8160-400 account, which has sufficient funds to cover all options. Motion by myself.
Second.
Seconded by Rodriguez. And the purpose of us doing this is we did an RFP, but it's been about 5 years because of several litigations on the
11 King Street, right?
Yes, but this is the property that was in bankruptcy and was through the courts. We want to verify the condition of the building justifies the original RFP is what we're trying to do.
Yep.
Okay. All right, so motion by myself, seconded by
Second.
Rodriguez. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Item 3, Maria Bruni requesting the following transfers from within the 21 budget: contractual to personal services, state health insurance to personal services, and state health insurance to CD program-related funds. That's it for item 3. The amounts are listed on the agenda sheet. Motion by myself, seconded by Rodriguez. Maria, you want to give us a brief explanation?
These are adjustments to be made due to vacation buyouts, retirement buyouts throughout the year, and how we made some adjustments with restructuring of the office. So it's within the lines. And the program-related expense is for the contractual service that we have with Pattern for Progress. They're going to be doing our analysis to impediment study. So we had to transfer some funds to cover that cost.
The study is required by the federal government?
It's required by HUD, yes.
Okay. All right, motion on the table. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Stay up. Maria Bruni requesting the following transfer within the 2021 budget. Printing, $25 to office supplies. Are you kidding me?
We came up short in the office supply line by $25, so it's,
How come Yakub El Tawil never comes in with $25 transfers? Yeah. All right, motion by Rodriguez, because I'm embarrassed to make it. I'll second it, though. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Item 5, Mayor requesting approval to purchase 2,000 COVID tests for Orange County, and the amount of $20,000. Funding for this will be made out of the ARPA money. Motion by myself,
Second.
seconded by Rodriguez, and we're going to amend this, and I'll ask the chief to come up in a minute. Basically, we've received, We're back on the monthly, or the weekly calls with the county, and also the daily notifications. The county is going to be able to order test kits if municipalities would like to purchase them directly from the county. The cost is under $10 for the set, which is I think it's two tests in one kit. And we were talking before, the tests that the county is getting and distributing, we're going to get about 500 and change tomorrow. It'll be used primarily for employee testing, for police, fire, and others that, as we see fit within city government. It doesn't appear that there's going to be any public distribution at this point, but whatever we purchase here, when the additional tests come in from the state allotment, then there might be something to do with public distribution. But right now, we need to cover for our volunteer firemen and people coming in and out of our building. It's going to require a directive, an order of state of emergency, which I will be doing. Alex is preparing in order for us to do the procurement, procuring through their process. And I've asked Alex to prepare the same state of emergency, giving us authorization, which will be presented to the council also on Monday night. All indications are this thing is going to get a lot worse before it gets better. We were preparing weeks ago. The chief received the supplies that we had, each department had ordered. So we are pretty well stocked up, Chief, on gloves, masks, and Lysol, and all those things. We may go back to the requirement that all employees have to sign a waiver, not a waiver, an acknowledgement that they are not sick or don't have a temperature prior to coming to work. But we'll be working on that all over the weekend. So there will be a state of emergency declared, primarily for the procurement of these test kits and giving other authority as we see fit, may be necessary as we move along through this month of January. We're going to amend this ARPA because we have two purchases that using those funds that the chief needs to make. One was for police vehicles of $220,000, and the other was $50,000 for a program that he can come up and explain. And Kelly, we've discussed the funding, how it's not, the second group of funding is going to come in June, so we don't anticipate any cash flow issues because the big numbers are not coming in, bills aren't coming in yet. Okay. All right, Chief, you want to come up? I hope that was clear.
Good afternoon. The vehicles, we haven't purchased vehicles or replaced vehicles in a couple of years now, and from what we understand, we need the funding to order them, and it takes almost a year right now to get the vehicles. So we're just trying to plan ahead for that, so I appreciate that. The other funding is for a program called Lexipol, which would be a company that would oversee our policy and procedure and do all the updates. It's a team of attorneys that review to make sure that we're meeting the current standards, and they are also affiliated with the New York State accreditation system, so they would make sure that we are meeting all of the accreditation standards. Currently, right now, I have several staff that do that, so it would definitely free up some resources within the department to have that. Additionally, going forward, we secured a grant through PERMA that will offset some of the ongoing expense associated with the Lexipol company. I believe it's 30% per year going forward.
All right, and on the vehicles, one of the reasons why we're purchasing additional vehicles is because of COVID, so we can prevent from having two people in each vehicle, correct?
Yes, correct.
Minimize as much as possible two people in a vehicle.
Yes, that's how we proposed it, yes.
Right. Okay. Motion was by myself, seconded by Rodriguez. Any questions? All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Oh, no, I'm sorry, I got to put the amendment in. We got to vote on the amendment, right? Yes, we need to vote on the amendment. So the amendment will be to, item 5 would be to add $220,000 from ARPA funds for the police vehicles and $50,000 for the program, what's it called, Chief?
Lexipol.
Lexipol program as requested by the police department. So motion on the amendment was by myself, seconded by Rodriguez. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
All right, now the amended resolution will include all three. 20,000 for the COVID test kits, 220,000 for the police vehicles, and 50,000 for the Lexipol system. So voting on the amended resolution. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes. Then we move on to the last item, which is a request for water and sewer adjustments. This is from 114 Monhagan Avenue. It's a two-family owner occupied with a valid rental permit. Letter states the homeowner was unaware of a bad toilet valve. Nick Pupo Plumbing and Heating receipt is enclosed. Jennifer Rendy, let me see what I just licked my finger like I'm not supposed to do. It was the second floor apartment replaced. Receipt is here from Pupo. And usage was around 15,000, and then went up to 21 and 29. Had a spike. 15 seems kind of low for a two-family home, doesn't it? But it is pretty consistent through all their billing periods, so you want to lower both periods to the 15 plus the 10% we usually do, down to about 17,000? Yes?
Okay.
Motion to lower the two periods in question, a period of
Do they have a new water meter?
9/1 and 12/1.
They did?
Yeah.
So they didn't get the notification, or they didn't sign up for it?
Well, that's, we usually require them to sign up for
Yes.
the notification, correct?
Yes.
That should be mandatory, that all landlords should sign up for that. Because all we get is multifamily. And an active,
You're the council president, pass the law.
all right, Rick. Gotta put it on a
All right,
committee.
put it on the agenda. All right, so motion to reduce the two periods down to 17,000 was
Second.
by
Or-
myself, seconded by Rodriguez. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any other issues come before the board? Hearing none, motion to adjourn.